Okay, Vera's telling us her name, her business, and what makes her different.
All right. So my name is Vedo. I am a Shopify Grandmaster. My business name is Pixelnamics. And I am an expert in Shopify and e-commerce. And what makes me stand out is we incorporate AI into our services.
That's pretty cool. What's your favorite AI tool, or what is your favorite AI incorporation that you do for your clients?
Um, I create brand experts. So we're using ChatGPT. I'll create a brand expert for the brand. And I also have like marketing experts as well to help me do the copy for the brand experts. So I'll use like the brand expert GPT, and then I'll incorporate inside of that GPT, like the marketing one, for example.
That's smart. That's smart. Okay, then you might like some of our. Today will honestly be our most informative day as far as like learning things. This is the only day I'll have a presentation for, like a real slideshow presentation. Everything else will be working together, and it's a lot of AI. So thank you for sharing. Miss Brittany, tell me about yourself.
Hey girl, hey. Again, yes, my name is Brittany Simone, but I go by Brit for short. I am an illustrator, graphic designer. What else do I'm a lover of the arts, obviously. Event curator and facilitator. My business is called Detox Art. I merge mindfulness, meditation with visualization, with art as a way of release, reflection, and creativity. My business, what makes me different is obviously I'm merging mindfulness practices with art, but I'm speaking to adults who have kind of got wrapped up in the day-to-day career responsibilities and has lost touch with their joy, their just playfulness for life. So I'm helping them break the box and the idea of perfection, of limitation, and just finding time to keep and develop self-care routines. Still working on my pitch, but there you go.
It's very eloquent, okay?
Thank
Like,
you.
it's definitely for grown-ups. Cool. So my cousin came over yesterday, and I showed her, actually, I think I moved it over there, but I showed her the fact that I won in a giveaway a coloring book and some Crayola like markers, the double-sided ones. And she came over here and ripped up my coloring book. And she's like,
No, she didn't.
I need this page. I need this page. So you have a market. She said she's seen it all over TikTok that people are coloring again. So
Mm-hmm.
the people are wanting the things. So thank you for
Yes.
sharing.
Thank
Um,
you.
can y'all both drop your Instagram in the chat if you don't follow each other already? So that can happen because the main goal is to network. Um, because designer and a Shopify grandmaster. It's
I know I've been listening to Veronica in MMU, and I'm like baby steps right now because I just feel like, Alyssa tore my business up in a good way, And I just feel like I'm building a stronger foundation before I start asking for automation. It's like, can't do nothing with the mess.
yeah, and then I will be sending you I think when it's 25 days from your thing, which is in a couple of days, I'll be sending you a review thing, and if you do the review, get money off any services.
I
Okay?
thought I did it. I
You might,
remember writing something.
you
Oh my
might.
gosh. Okay, let me go back.
Well, I'm gonna give you a specific place, so
Okay.
you might have done it, but I don't know. I know Gumroad normally asks you by itself. That's neither here nor there. Part of the automation part. So let's go into the next section, which is our goals. I know that's kind of small. When I did it, it wasn't that small, but next time we'll work on it. So I want to know what you want to learn in this challenge. Like, what are exactly your goals to by the end of the week, by Friday? We're like, yes, I have this accomplished, or I know this skill, or I have these things down.
Before we answer that question, can someone help me find the chat on the phone? Now I know what people are talking about.
Okay, so if you go, it should be a couple of dots, and then it should be some lines. Hold on, let me grab my phone, and I will join from my phone to try to figure it out.
It just says in call messages. Oh, there. I guess that is. They could just say chat. I got it.
They said, no, let's be specific. In call messages.
Gosh.
Now these angles. Where am I? I don't know.
I touched it
just-
on landscape mode, but it didn't jump anywhere. So I guess I had to be in the regular, like vertical mode for it to open.
Okay, and since you're new to MMU, I want you to know that the easiest thing that you can do is just have your Instagram links and all your links inside your notes so you can easily copy and paste it, because a part of the funnel is the journey without the actual, website part of the funnel, and awareness is kind of like the first step of the funnel. And not to say it like that, but a lot of people aren't going to take the extra step to
Got it.
do that. So I just want you to have the link
I'm
available.
getting it. I'm literally getting it now. I was just like, oh my gosh.
And then for the future, if somebody ever drops it ahead of you, you can copy theirs, back up their name, and then add your name.
Okay, yeah, the link is the same. You're right.
Uh,
There you go. Wait, why did it copy hers? I'm on
I
my
guess you
phone.
copied it.
This is ridiculous. I don't understand the iPhone today.
That clipboard is strong.
There we go.
I texted to myself though, so I can when I'm done, follow you on my phone.
Yes, I have
This
a
is
little
stupid.
a note that says, Alyssa, digital marketer and funnel builder in Virginia. Let's connect. My link tree, my links, this challenge, and then it has like a lot of like random things to drop in MU.
So I started, as I showed you, I started playing around with creating a funnel using Go High Level for Lucky's the U brand bootcamp that he's doing. And I think I got something, but it's like I keep messing with it, and then I'm like, I don't know where I'm at. I'm like, it's a learning curve.
Yeah, it definitely is. But the first thing that I just learned how to do, you already have down, which is peer review. I kind of suck at peer review. I'll be like, yeah, I just did an amazing job and I can just put it out right now. But that's not always the case. Even with my own funnel, I just changed some stuff on it. And I had my friend who's not a business owner go on my page, and she was like, yeah, this button didn't take me where it was supposed to. And when I asked her to click on it, who she's never been on the site before, I was counting the loading seconds. I was like, I need to take away this image. I need to take away this. So all of that plays into it. But with what you did with his actual funnel, did you have it where you connected like the automations to it and you did the funnel and you have like a product, all of those things?
Mm-hmm. Sorry. I got the product, I got the funnel, the automations. I was a little stuck.
Okay, so I'll make sure we go
But
over.
I also created, because I just like to make my life easier, and I was like ready to give up. And then I remembered I was coming here for the for the challenge, but I created the same landing page in Shopify.
Okay, period. Yeah.
However, the community is still going to be with Go High Level. And the thing that I realized that I couldn't do is use a different link than the current community link for a different community. I can't figure out how to do that.
Okay. Can you say that one more time?
I have a link. We have the Mentality Club,
Yeah.
which is a community, and I have that club mentality, whatever URL that is. I bought a URL for the bootcamp, and I was trying to figure out how to connect that second community for the bootcamp to that domain, but that doesn't seem to work. So I was playing around with. Today, I actually met with Justin, who's the person who was my affiliate, that he's helping me like figure it out. And we just did like a redirect workaround where we can use like a redirect URL into that one. But yeah.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing we thought about. Yeah.
Which one, could somebody be in both communities or does one come first?
They can be in both because one of them is just going to be a 3-day boot camp.
Okay. So one thing that I also seen people do, especially with like school, is put them all together and make one locked and one open. But I
That
think
was the other option. Yeah.
yeah, the redirect works too. And sometimes the locked option just gives the other people like something to look forward to. So you can split test kind of and do one for a certain amount of time and another for a certain amount of time and see even if the people if you made like the 3-day challenge one free and then the actual community they had to pay for which was locked, then at the end of the 3-day community which they already got acclimated to coming there, now it's like okay, there's this lock thing right here. I can pay right here. So you
For
can
the
see,
club. Yeah. That's a really good thought.
you can test it out. I know for me
Yeah.
personally, there's a couple communities, even as far as user, how much you use it, that part will unlock. So just testing it out. But um,
I
welcome.
like
We have somebody hop in real quick. Are you available to chat with us? If not, it's okay. We can come back. But what were you going to say before I cut you off, Hero?
Who, me?
um
Oh, oh.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I think that was a great idea. I think I like that a lot more because like you said, it gives them something like, oh wait, what do I need to do to join this one?
Yeah.
And then they can join the club. It kind of be like a low upsell.
Yep. And then if you are doing it through Go High Level, even if you I don't know how it works with the paid to not paid version, but Go High Level has a free version of just the communities called Collab. So even if you down the road you're like, okay, I'd like to put it on Shopify, but have that part for the communities, you can look up Go Collab and that's separately free. Just a school dupe.
I have like an agency and then I have 3 sub accounts. So I'm using one for my circle for Pixelnamics. And then the second one is for Lucky's mental academy. Um and then I just have a third one just to have we can figure that out later. But that's kind of what I'm doing now. Um it's a whole lot in there. It's like a whole its own world. I can see why I'm like, yeah, I know someone and it ain't me to do the services. Like I'll play around with for us, like for myself and for Lucky, but like to do this as a service, I'm gonna stick with what I know.
Yeah, it's a lot of brain throw up. And I'm glad
Mhm.
AI is a thing because I found myself using my operator bot for automation now. And it is a lot easier. Even I have some people on Systemy, which is free to use. Um, it's just funnels building is tedious, period, no matter what software. And I even had Tiffany, she just got a 20 question survey with 3 answers per question. And then that at scale is like, ooh, at scale, that's 60 questions, 60 things that need to be inserted, and plus the actual question. So, really, 80 things. So, that bot was very useful, even though it kind of took some time. It was acting a little slow, but I definitely said, okay, let's speed this up. So, Brick Girl, I saw you was running away, but I was about to come to you. I'm sorry.
It's cold. I'm running to get a hoodie.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, girl. I'm right below you in Virginia Beach, like right below you.
Yeah. So I feel like my goal working with you. First of all, thank you for this gift because I was not expecting that. I just feel like going through everything, still working through like who I'm serving and kind of taking some offers off and putting offers on that actually make sense and moves the needle forward to the money goal. I want to make sure that the what do you call it? The funnel, the customer journey is clear and more concise. So in my email to you, so basically I guess I'm looking for to making sure the automation is right. I was using all the links that you gave me, the resources, building on that one site systems.io, my goodness, my brain is like, whoa. But I've gotten somewhere, but there's just certain things that I don't understand how I'm supposed to put the products in place, and it's a little overwhelming because I'm coming from like Squarespace mode and everything is like, it was terrible, and I've been with them since like 2018, 2019, so I've seen how they implemented things to be a little bit smoother. So it's a learning curve, but I mean, I like the voice and the tone that's going. I just have to figure out how I translate Squarespace to that space. I made like a little playful funnel based on what you told me, like in like a little map journey with icons to understand like where each thing and offer goes to, how they come back. I feel like I just have a lot of questions, but I obviously need automations to make sure I'm doing less work on my end. And like the person buys, the review gets sent out automatically. What else? That next journey or the next offer up is like sent. I want that to be like off my plate. Like that's just like a real big goal for me.
Period. Yeah. Okay, so today we'll be talking about customer journey a lot and the basics of funnels, including what each of the pages do and what I would like call that whole thing. For example, we'll be going over lead funnels, sales funnels, booking funnels, all that type of thing. And then what all the automations look like and what page they would be attached to. So that part would be handled today. As far as we'll have a full day individually on automation. We will cover building and both go high level briefly, but mostly in Systemy because a part of the VIP offer is gifting you the template vault, which is mostly built for Systemy. But I just did make go high level live specifically for Brianna. Brianna has a coaching business for gym coaching, and she wanted a webinar. I had a webinar in a box, so I just put it in the template vaults. But things like that is why the template vault is useful, because it's only $500 a year, and you pretty much get whatever you need. And I add something in there every month, so that'll be good, I think, for you because the template vault also has 70 funnels in there already, and I mean multiple page funnels, not just like one landing page that you have to figure out what to do. You pretty much would just have to change it to your branding and copy. So I think that would streamline things for you a whole lot.
Could I? Oh, wait. Could I ask one question so I can better understand? So your template is $500. You said a year.
It's $555 a year. Yeah, there's a monthly price like of $47 if somebody didn't want to pay the annual price, but it does come with the community and it does come with the vault, which has AI bots inside of it that I've created myself. It has lots of classes. All of them I pretty much have been paid for, and I just like put the recordings inside of there. It has over 50 Canva templates and over 70 Systemy templates, as well as like I do give resale license, not necessarily to take like the whole course and resell that, but you could if you really, really wanted to. But like the templates, you are able to take them if you do stay within the system and resell it. So that could be a good switch from Squarespace.
You have physical products and stuff in there.
I don't have physical products inside of there. It's called a template vault, so it's mostly templates.
So, I mean, like, does it interact with like physical?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
So, and then we can cover, now that I know, again, one of the good parts of VIP is I can now talk about physical products and dive into that a little bit more because honestly, most of the people that I work with are some type of service-based business, so products are different.
Okay. Yeah, I clearly found that out the hard way.
Okay, come on, Cameron, come on, tell us. We have to go back in the slides. Hold on. Okay, introductions. We need to know your name, the name of your business / what type of business you have, and what makes you different. Can you come off mute? This is the VIP part, so we don't care if there's kids, music, Marvin Gaye, it doesn't matter. Miss Audette Creations. You can come off mute if you want to.
Hey, sweetie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I didn't know you were calling me. I'm sorry.
No
Ah,
problem.
so yes, I am Miss Shay. I'm with All That Creations, Marketing, and Graphic Designs. So a little bit about me. Pretty much started some years ago. I don't want to tell my age too much, but I've been in business for 10 plus years. I've had to put it on a back burner at times, but bringing it back to the forefront. And I want to focus, and I guess I'd say niche down a bit more now. So before I was doing so much. I was doing events, doing all the party favors and the invitations and you name it. If the customer wanted, with me being creative, I wanted to do it, but I found that that was overwhelming. So yeah, I've heard the statement, if you try to serve everybody, you serve nobody.
Mhm.
So that's kind of where I ended up. Um, and then with some curveballs in life that made me put it on the back burner as well. I've always been in the tech industry, so selling cell phones, Apple for T-Mobile, AT&T, you name it. So that's usually my go-to. So that's where I am, in between those spaces. So yeah, I've been wanting to get more information on automations. It's like I know bits and pieces here and there, but it's like a puzzle trying to put the pieces together. So that's where I am trying to get the pieces, put them together. Whatever we can work on, collab on, I need help.
Okay.
So I had to get to that place to say too, okay, I can't do all of this by myself. I need help and I want the right help, not just any help, and God led me to you.
Okay, period. And y'all, we met in somebody else's challenge because I'm always challenge stealing and hopping, and I
Mm,
met her in another challenge. So yes, and it is 6:30. So just in case, we had 7 people sign up for VIP and 11 people in regular. So I'm going to play some little inspirational music, and y'all can go grab a snack or some water real quick, and we'll let some other people get a chance to join. I'll come right back on in about 2 minutes. All right.
Once you start making money, it becomes easy once you learn how to do it. The game that you gotta learn is how to multiply it now. Most of us is hoarding the money, doing nothing with the money. Anybody know what happens when you do nothing? Can anybody take a wild guess what you get? So I need you guys in here to make a decision today, right? I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make my goals and dreams come true because it's not for me, it's for those people that you wrote down on your paper. I don't know about y'all, but I got tired of living in poverty. I got tired of being broke. I got tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I got tired of the student loans. I got tired of all those things, so I made a decision, y'all. And the number one thing that I need you guys to do here today is actually believe you can do it. The reason why I'm spending time on mindset, which I normally don't even jump into, because most people have quit. If you quit a business before, say I. How many people believe it's because of the mindset? Say I. This is the number one thing. Listen, 99% of all course creators, they'll tell you, the number one skip module in every course is the mindset. But that's the number one thing that got me here and got every speaker on the stage is we have a superior belief in ourselves that what we're doing is going to work. So I need you guys to know that whatever happens, it has to work or it has to work. When you're dead broke, what? When you invested your last, what? When everything is going wrong, what? When somebody called you and just said a family member died, what? When somebody called you to take advantage of an opportunity, what?
I believe like once your mind is expanded to a new concept or idea, it's hard to go back to its original way of thinking. What motivated me was drug dealing, was cars, was clothes, because that's all I saw. That's what I thought success was. And again, my favorite quote is once your mind is expanded to a new concept or idea, it's hard to go back to its original way of thinking. So I started to believe I can have this stuff. And I made a decision like, man, enough is enough. I gotta take ownership of my life. I can't keep hoping and wishing something's gonna change. I gotta change it for myself. 14 years later, man, I haven't looked back. I operate with one term. It has to work or it has to work. And I've been a full-time entrepreneur ever since that day when people were saying, yo, you never gonna amount to anything. I started to be like, yo, maybe you're right, but I'm gonna make a change. I took ownership of my life. And fast forward to now, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I run a nonprofit. I've been helping so many people start businesses all around the world. And I just love being free and just changing lives. So who near my age is a free entrepreneur who just really love giving back and putting other people in position to win and live their best life. Commit first, figure out the rest later. So many people, they never get started because they're trying to perfect the process. I'm talking about start posting. People like, yo, how do I make more money online? Are you posting every day? Are you being consistent? So that's the first thing I tell anybody, start posting. Next, give your gift away. Most people miss out on opportunities because a paycheck is not tied to it. So for years, I've been giving my gift away on social media. I've been learning about what's working, what's not working. And then once you get good at that particular gift, now you can monetize that web.
All right. We let Mr. Nehemiah talk and we gave people some time. Did y'all get that email that I sent out? I said y'all are late. That is terrible. But it's okay. If people want to waste their money, it's okay. Only VIP gets the recording in the template vault. So hopefully that'll work out for everybody and people will join a little bit later. But if not, that's cool because we're rocking with the same crew. No new friends, period. Let me turn off my magical backgrounds and all of that. But a continuation of VIP is always cool with me. I'm also going to load a new presentation up. How I got off of D&D, I don't know. It is magical. And Prezi had to work its magic. Oh, I didn't know that it wanted to be a transparent background as well. Well, that's interesting. I didn't need that. So if y'all have ever used Prezi, she's quite funny. Prezi is quite funny. But since it is the same people, I definitely don't need to show my face. The information today is way more important. But for the recording, hello everybody. My name is Alyssa or Carlissa. I'm a 24-year-old digital marketer. I focus on funnels specifically. I went to college for 2 years. I graduated with my business degree, and then I took a whole lot of online courses. I actually just finished one University of Maryland certificate. I'm in a university of, I don't even know, some Canadian school. I just be taking a whole bunch of courses. And then I also finished my certifications with Funnels University, where I got my funnel design, my funnel sequencing, my copywriting, and my offer creation certifications. So all of that's very vital to let you know why I can tell you information on this stuff today. And is this the right way for you all, or is it backwards? Because it's backwards for me. But if it's the right way for y'all, then that's great. But yeah. Oh, I see a hand up. Do you have a question?
If it's me, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm trying to turn my screen.
Oh, no problem. It wasn't just you, it was multiple, but maybe everybody's learning. I know most people use Zoom. I like Google because I already pay for it. I don't know about y'all, but I already pay for storage and stuff like that, so it just makes sense. Okay. So today we will be covering the foundations of funnels. So specifically, when people talk about funnels, there's two things that people tend to talk about. There's the online side of funnels, and then there is the conceptual side of funnels, which is like the customer journey, or the process of somebody not knowing you at all to becoming a loyal customer. So we'll be covering all of that stuff today. Luckily, all of our people we started with in VIP, which is amazing. So we already got to chat a little bit, but we will discuss some deep funnel topics today. So going into introducing sales funnels. This is the Funnel Mastery Challenge. Our goal of this challenge is to make sure that we're just providing the necessary skills for people to, one, understand what a funnel is, but two, also the insights to, tell others and understand their own business. A lot of times we hear words like KPI and click rate optimization and things like that, but it's like, okay, how are we applying these things into where? And that's what we'll be talking about today as well. Some of the basics of funnels, and I will be giving you all this presentation at the end of this, so you don't have to worry about taking notes or anything. You can be very natural, and if you want to add an Otterbot or a Fathom note taker, I don't have a problem with that as well. But yes, our goal of a funnel is to represent the path of a potential customer's rate. And normally people go from awareness to becoming a loyal customer, which we just said a little bit before. And I will be going over each individual part of what classically is a funnel. I'll be honest with you, in my particular business, I don't really go over what people call like the IDA principle, and we'll go over exactly what that looks like. There's 5 slides dedicated to specifically that. But when it comes to funnels, that's like the basic building blocks of funnel, the awareness, discovery, decision making phases, that is normally what people end up liking. So the overall objective of this session is for you to learn the basic components of funnels. And again, we said just to empower things like customer engagement and driving sales. So just a quick poll, and you can put it in the chat. Have you ever tried to build a funnel before? We just talked about it a little bit. But there's lots of different reasons for funnels. My main 3 reasons, or the ones that I help people out with, is either getting leads, getting more sales, or getting more bookings. We got a C, period. Yes. So that is great. As long as we already know a little bit about funnels in this group, it'll be a little bit easier to understand, and we can have a little bit of engaging conversations if we have time later, but we already had some time to chit chat a little bit earlier. So we already talked about exactly what a sales funnel is, but when we're looking at the conceptual part of it, that's one thing. But as long as you have your goal, you will know your physical funnel. And honestly, a lot of the time, your awareness part happens on your digital funnel. So now we're answering questions. We're letting people know exactly who we are. So those questions that I asked you are all at the beginning. What makes you different? What's your business name? I just told Vero the other day, I did not know her business name, and it's hard. Like, that is one of the hardest names I've ever heard, and hard is good for those that don't know. Hard equals good. But I was like, why have you been hiding that? I should have been known that since day one. But sometimes we think that people know the things that we know, but that's not true. A lot of times people don't know what we know, and we have to let others know that. So that is the main goal of a funnel for me. Why sales funnels are important is they provide efficiency and scalability. So while you can do sales calls and while you can do all of these things, we also need to qualify the people that are coming to our page. Do they have enough money for our offer? That's a good question. And how do you know these things? Sometimes you just have to do the research to figure these things out. And that's why having your target audience is so important. And we'll go over that part tomorrow. And you'll have a full AI bot to help you with that. So there won't be any thinking involved. My goal is to minimize thinking. And that is the goal of a sales funnel as well. While you go to a website, you can think of it as trying to find, I have these cute shoes. Hold on, let me show myself for this part. Okay. Turn off. I have these cute shoes. They're so cute. They're sparkly pink Crocs. Okay, you might be like, girl, what are you talking about Crocs for? But sparkly pink Crocs are very specific. If I said I wanted some sparkly pink Crocs and I went into the mall and just went into the mall for sparkly pink socks, I would have to go into the mall. I would have to find a store. I would have to go to that store. Normally, my mall doesn't have a Crocs store. So I would have to go into DSW. I would have to go into Payless. I would have to go somewhere to find these Crocs. Then I have to go to the Crocs section in that store. And then I have to look at the selection that they have and hope that there's pink Crocs. Or I could go to the Crocs store where I know it's nothing but Crocs. And now I'm going to the specialty Crocs section of that Crocs store. And I'm like, okay, it's right there. Now my question is now yes or no to the Crocs versus I have to go to the store. I have to find the store. I have to find a section. So do you see that difference? Okay, cool. Okay, water break. Y'all, I'm sick. Please. Give me 1 second. Water break. Okay, the hydration station has left. Okay, so yes. Next slide. So automation and efficiency in sales funnels is why I love it, because it's like having someone work for you. Give me 2 more seconds. Let me try to get this cough out. I had some tears with that one. TMI? Okay. But yes, it's like having a whole nother person work for you, because with my funnel in particular, I like a booking funnel. With my booking funnel, I can get people to give me their name, their contact information, and if they go and book, I have my booking paid. So they have to actually pay to book a call. If they want to text, we can text for free. You can tell me all your ideas for free, but now I'm collecting money and I have a scheduled appointment with them. So all of those things happen just by setting up an automated sales funnel. With all of that, there's other things that you can do. For example, if you have a physical product business, you can capture their name, their address. You can ask them questions like, what's your birthday? And now you're sending them emails on their birthday, just as personalization. All of these things can all be captured in a funnel. And it also enhances the customer experience. We just told that last thing, like adding a birthday, but statistics show that people actually prefer personalization. If you add people's name inside of their emails, inside of the funnels that they're in, actually, you have a funnel that's only for pre-existing customers, you can set it to custom values so that it says their name on the top of your funnel. So they see that and they're like, ooh, I should buy this for sure. Enhancing the customer experience also comes along with just guiding prospects. Again, if you know your target audience, you can say things to them like, okay, if I know that my target audience is coaches or my target audience are entrepreneurs who need to chill out just a little bit more, I can say, hey girl, do you want to chill? Because I know I'm talking to girls. Or I can say, do you know that you were so busy this week and you tried to go to the gym, and actually try is a cuss word. For a certain audience, try could be a cuss word, but we're talking to a specific audience when we say things like that. So you can enhance the customer experience just by knowing them. Hey y'all. So now we're in the item model. This is exactly what you'll hear classically in funnel building. We won't talk about each of them too much within this challenge, but a whole lot. I don't normally go over the name of the item model, but each individual part of it has its own place, and we'll go over each part. So A is the awareness stage. This is how people learn about you. This can be online, social media, in person. Most of the time for digital stuff, this looks like ads, this looks like your social, this looks like email. You can see all these little different sticky notes. That's how different people tend to do that. With awareness, it's depending on you, and we will go over on day 4 each part of how you can do your awareness, and I will give you an AI bot specifically for social media so you don't have to worry about strategizing that. And I actually just purchased Blaze AI, where with Blaze you can do a month's worth of content just off your website. So I will be showing you that. Drink break. Don't get sick. I went to a funeral on Friday, which was Valentine's Day, and somebody coughed on me and I got sick. Okay, so interest stage is the stage where somebody is interested. So in our awareness stage, if we go to our pink croc example, I might have seen the pink crocs on somebody else's page on Instagram or TikTok. And now I looked at them, I was like, girl, why the heck would you buy pink crocs? Then I was like, you know what? Everything in my room is pink. I love pink. Why am I joking? I need these pink crocs right now. Now I'm interested. And I might be looking up what outfits. I might not be trying to buy it, but what outfits go with these pink crocs? Who else has them? How much do they cost? All of these things are things I need to know just for me being interested. And this is where you, as a business owner, might use something like a lead magnet. Because while I might go look up these pink crocs, when I go type in my shoe size on a croc website, they're like, hey, here's 10% off. Because we know you're interested. You're already on this site. Here's 10% off. So they're already trying to force the sale on me. But for you, a lead magnet could be something to help somebody with their decision. They might learn that price aversion was their number one thing. So that's why they offer 10% off. For you, you should figure out for your target audience what lead magnet is helping them with their aversion. So does anybody know specifically what their aversions have been thus far? Is it time? Is it money? You can either put it in the chat or raise your hand. Okay, Britt, let us know what have been your pushbacks as far as sales.
It's definitely time. They need it when they have the capability to sit down and focus. Everyone's schedule is different, you know.
That makes sense, especially for a product like what you have, and you can let us know exactly your products because I know Miss All That Creations wasn't here earlier, and we can have it on the recording exactly what it is.
Yes, so I'm realizing that my customer has changed since I first started. So they are career professional women who are overly stressed, looking for ways to relax, and they predominantly live in cities like LA, New York, I feel like summer, and definitely Atlanta, but they need like on-demand self-care practices and accountability. So, and then I also make coloring books that break the boundaries of what a coloring book is. So it's very playful, it's very freeing. You can use mixed media, get messy, and see yourself within pages that are comforting but also inspiring.
Yes, and whenever it shows me again, I'll show you what my family and I did last night. We had a paint night, and I painted this girl. So I'll show you that whenever I get seen. But I'm definitely getting a coloring book because, girl, my grandma don't got no Wi-Fi. So there's that part. That's a whole target audience right there. The no tablet kids. And then in the chat, we see Veronica. She said time. She said, them people say, I don't have time for you to help me with my Shopify website. 1 + 1 = 20. Right? That makes lots of sense. But I do get it because on my end, it's like, I think my service is very laissez-faire or hands-off. But then when it comes down to it, a lot of people, they come to me before they're ready. And I've had to learn that myself to tell people, hey, you're not ready yet. Therefore, here are the things that I think you need to get ready. And that's one reason why I did like Britt as a client and why I did offer her the VIP session for free. Well, not really for free because I'll tell y'all a little brief story. So with my consultations, it's pay what you can, but my minimum is $250. She went over $250. So who am I to not give her a little challenge? To not give her a little challenge. But with that, I'm glad that she didn't just hop straight into like, I need a funnel. She needed that consult first. And with that consult, she even said a little bit earlier, we had to look at the business, evaluate things like, okay, how much do these things cost? Who's your target audience? Where are these people at? um all of those things, because when we're doing a business at scale, we've got money involved. I want everybody to be profitable, and I thought I was so cute with my little $50,000 last year. I was like, that was my goal. I hit my goal, and then I wanted to travel all year. If there's 365 days in a year, I traveled for 200 days, and that's expensive. So if that's a part of my business, then girl, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Yeah, a lot of people don't have their branding yet, and that's why I've been trying to do partnerships with people. But I feel like when I try to reach out to people for partnerships, it's either that I'll be like, yeah, it's a good idea, especially like branding people specifically. But now I have hopefully she'll come for day 2. Kayla, she does very amazing with branding, and I think she's very efficient with her messaging. I actually did a brand with her, and I almost like threw up how good that stuff was and how quick she did it. So hopefully when I introduce y'all, like that whole branding piece was a big piece for me. Like people were like, oh, I need my logo and all this stuff, and I used to do that stuff. But it's like, I just don't have the time or brain capacity for me to sit here and ask you what your favorite color is when that's not what I want to know. I want to know who your target audience is so I can see which color resonates with them. And all that stuff plays into the interest phase. That was a long winded way of saying that interest phase is important. Next is the decision phase. After I look at these pink Crocs and I decided that they aren't that ugly and I'm going to put them on my toes, what are we doing? Okay, and now that you can see me a little bit, I'm gonna turn this off. This is the painting I did yesterday. I don't know. It took me forever. My brain was braining. I definitely, you know what? I think probably Friday I'm gonna go ahead and order me a coloring book because girl, my brain, I realized decision making, even just picking colors, it's a lot. Like it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not to
She looks good.
thank you. Period. Thank you. It only took 2 hours. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Next we have the decision phase. So yes, we talked about that a little bit earlier. I decided I want the pink Crocs. They're going to go on my toes, and I'm saying yes. But where am I going? Am I going to the mall? Am I going to order online where it was 10% off? Is there somebody who has it on eBay that they already wore it on their toes? Do I want the pre-used pink Crocs? All of that's up to me, but it also relies on, if we're looking at a funnel, is there a strong call to action? Does it say buy now? Does it tell me, okay, I'm going to need my different shoe sizes? Does it have the inches and measurements to tell me, okay, this is for your shoe and this is this many inches, and just so I don't have to return it if it is online? All of those things matter, and especially for a product. So somebody like Brit, you have 2 main key things. You have fashion and you have the detox. Those 2 people could be the same, but a fashionista might not be the same girl that's detoxing and very zen. The fashionista might need to detox, but she might not know off rip that's her word, if you know what I'm saying. So just having those different decision phases of, if I'm talking to the fashionista, am I using more fashiony words? Or if I'm talking to the detox person, am I using more holistic words? Certain things like that is where a funnel would come into play. Because if I were to have a funnel for you, I would definitely say to focus on one of the books, not both of them. Just because the goal of a funnel for me is to get that yes or no, not this or that. And up next is the action phase. Okay, it's time for me to put in my credit card for these pink Crocs. I have them. They're under my bed right now. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, you have to sign up for this service. You have to book that consultation. You have to make the purchase for those pink Crocs. And that's IDA, y'all. People talk about that all the time in funnels. So if they talk to you about funnels, you're like, yeah, I know all about IDA. And they'll be like, girl, you funnel genius. But yeah, I just told y'all that just in case. They're like, do you really know about funnels? You're like, yes, period. Now, this is the conceptual part of funnel building. This is the customer journey. So the customer journey talks about exactly what the buyer undergoes in the process from awareness to the final purchase. So sometimes I do help people specifically with this part because they can't come to me unless I know exactly where they're going. Does anybody have their customer journey already
In my
Almost.
head.
in your head? Okay, so tell us out loud on recording so we can know exactly how somebody might come to know you to purchase.
A lot of times it could be from the communities I'm a part of. They'll reach out and schedule, ask me how they can get a hold of me. I send them a link to schedule a consultation, which I used to do for free, but starting since when like Thursday, I met with someone who like pumped me up to not do free consultations at all anymore. So now it's a $197 fee for the consultation that'll go towards the services. And then we connect to see if they can, if we're a fit, basically. And then, I send them a proposal. They'll put down the deposit. I send them an onboarding form so that I can get, all of their information. And then I'll send them like a branding and customer avatar survey so that I can create their branded GPTs. And then we go from there as far as designing. And sometimes we need to connect again if we need to get clear on the vision for the site. And then I get them after I finish with the website. I'll offer them the retainer plan, which then they'll be able to have constant marketing content like blogs done, and any like type of troubleshooting or additional work with Shopify.
That sounds amazing. And what I heard, I'm going to tell you areas of opportunity that I heard based on your customer journey. So congratulations on going from free to paid because that's a big deal. I personally I don't do free consultations, and I really never did free consultations. For me, it was a qualification call. We're qualifying you to see if you can work with me, and you're qualifying me to see if you want to give me your money for me to solve your problem. So if you do have to go to like a free 10-minute or some smaller just to see what they need, I would call that a qualification call and not a consultation, because you might not have to tell them anything. You can just tell them exactly what you can do for them, not necessarily everything of how you'll do it, but exactly what you can do for them. And then for the consultation, after that, we could definitely automate some things as far as automatically sending that booking right after, automatically checking back in if they haven't paid, because I didn't hear what would happen if they fell out of that customer journey. I think that's where that automation piece could come in. And then once you finish and you're offering them that monthly retainer package, we could have it like and go high level. You can actually move your person along the pipeline of where you are inside of your project. So we could have it so that once you finish a certain stage, is automatically sending them an email as an update reminder. And then once you're finished, you can say, okay, now it's time to move to our retainer packaging. And you could have a funnel for that as well. But things like that is just how I help businesses out. And we go through the customer journey and we're like, okay, let's automate this. Let's make sure that this part that's clear for this type of customer and things like that, because all of those wordings come into play. And what shifted the consultation part for me is when you go to the doctor, especially a specialty doctor, that first call or that first appointment is a consultation. But I don't know about y'all, but them doctor's appointment consultations, they are either expensive or I've never had one for free. Even with insurance, it's not free. So I'm very cautious about that consult word, especially for service providers, because in the entrepreneurship game, other than just that industry is like a lot of people will say, yeah, let's do a free consult. And I'm like, psh, 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 let's not. But yes, thank you for letting me pick on you, Vero. I appreciate it. So let's move to the next slide. So let's go into the types of sales funnels. This is the T part. So I'm going to actually share screen. If this wants to load this century, if not, you know what? This is why I preloaded everything, period. Be smarter than the situation. Okay. So these are all of the funnels that I use in my business. Actually, for everybody else, this is on a pricing sheet. So I have prices right here when I share this with prospects, just so they can see, you know, exactly how much my products and services cost. Because as far as my vault, that would be a product. But as far as me doing anything, that would be a service. So here are the different types of funnels that people tend to have. Let me go into presentation mode. So one of the ones that I'm doing a lot right now are homepage funnels. A lot of people are using them as landing page funnels as well. It'll be kind of like their link in bio, what goes in there. And what is first is like kind of about them. And then there's some type of lead magnet. So for example, I have one client, Coach Alicia Wells. She's an ADHD coach. Her lead magnet is, so what? Now you know you have ADHD. So now it's like, as soon as you know you have ADHD, what's the next steps? That's what she has as her lead magnet, because she already knows for her target audience, they don't really like to admit that they have ADHD. So as long as she knows that, it's easy to have that as a lead magnet because she's now effectively serving her clients. We take those leads and we send them to a thank you / special offer page. A lot of times we see video convert, depending on what industry you're in, higher a little bit. That video gives them some personalization. It's not just a picture of you. You're actually talking to them. You're asking for the sale. And for some people, it's an application page. So for example, if it's someone like Vero, we might have to ask them, how much money do you make a year? We might have to ask them, how many products do you have inside of your Shopify store? Because that will determine what pricing I give you. You might have to ask them, do you already have a Shopify store? Because if you don't, I can give you my affiliate fee or my affiliate link, and that might be a little bit different. So all of those things we might have to ask in an application page, or instead of this, a lot of people have a quiz page. So for me in my personal business, I have a quiz where I'm asking people, hey, what kind of income are you looking to make? What's your main goal? And are you looking to do your funnel yourself? Are you looking for me to do it completely for you? Are you looking to learn about your funnel? All of those things factor into exactly how I price and exactly how many touch points I'll have to do. For example, I had 8 new clients in February specifically for funnels alone, which is insane. My VAs are mostly older than me, so it's like, dang, and now I have to be in charge of people that are older than me. So all of these things happen. But one of my favorite clients, he doesn't even talk to me. He dropped all the money the first day and he had everything together. He filled out the onboarding and it was a revamp. It was a revamp at that. It was a ClickFunnels revamp, which is, a little bit different. But for me, it was like, dude, you don't even want to talk to me. You just want click rate optimization, period. Let's go. And then I had another client as like, oh, where are the discounts? And now we add in extra services. And now I got my VA doing crazy things, and now she's stressed out. So it's like, all of these things could have been avoided if everybody did the quiz. So now I'm thinking about making the quiz mandatory. So these are just some things to think about. Up next could be an order form page. If they answer with a certain answer because of our lovely automations, then we can give them a different order form. Isn't that cool? So if the person says they only make $10,000 a year, I might charge them $2,000 for a funnel. If they say, or in their business, I'm not trying to give them that for their whole life. But if they said they made about $50,000 a year in their business, I can charge them a little bit more for a funnel, so on and so forth. But if they only made $10,000 for the whole entire year, and they're coming to me for a funnel, I actually used to have a qualifying message, which somebody said back to me during the morning meetup, that I only work with people who make $10,000 a month. So I was like, it does deter some people. And I did take that off specifically because if I did get on a call with somebody and I can say, hey, you can do the $47 a month, that might not be the same person. But then again, do I need to be on a call with that person? Maybe not. So it's kind of like, what are your goals? You have to think about that for a funnel. And then confirmation page. And then the emails go along with certain pages. So if you were to buy, then we would need an email. If you only got to this stage, we're making sure that we have emails anyway to get you to these other stages. Moving on to the next type of funnel. It's a sales funnel. This is the most classic type of funnel. Britt, this is the type of funnel you need. This is a sales page. The sales page has a sales copy. This is normally what we would say the home page, original page. It's the sales page. We're making sure we're saying this is why you need it. This is what it is. This is how much it costs. Sometimes that cost one, people can leave it off of funnels to capture information. I prefer to put price so that people can say no if they know they can't afford it. Sorry, cough break. I do tend to offer lead magnets of some sort, even if it's just find out more information. A lot of people give up that email for no reason. We live in a world of Temu. We live in a world of Wally World. We live in a world of Amazon. I don't know why people act like on this online world, oh, we have to give them quality, valuable information for them to give up their information. They will never give up their information. There are people that will give somebody their username and password just because their friend DM'd them and it wasn't their friend because their friend already got hacked. So, you know it's not true. So don't believe these lies, please. You just need to figure out for your audience what would be the easiest way to collect their information. What would be the easiest thing that you could give them that would make them want to give up that information? Go ahead and ask your question.
I guess this is for you and Vera, but do you believe in the delayed pop-up or should it be instant when people come to the page? Because I don't know if it ever popped up for you when you're on my page. I think I have like a 3 or 5 second delay.
I believe in the delay only because if that thing pops up and somebody's already been on your page, it's kind of annoying. And on mobile, for Go High Level specifically, and most other mobile things, it's like if you're on desktop, you can do pop up on exit or pop up on that. But as far as mobile, it's normally timed. So, and then other places you can do when you scroll down to a certain part of your funnel. So it just depends on whatever software you're on. But I definitely would say if it's time based, I would delay it a little bit just so they can have time to read, unless you feel that your lead magnet is more important than your sales page. And then that's kind of you discerning that part. But Vero, do you have a different answer?
I agree with you with giving it a delay so that sometimes that pop-up right away can be a little invasive. And it's like, okay, I was just reading this. Can I get a break first? Let me just finish this. And then, they're going to close it off. And then if it is a lead magnet or something, sometimes they don't know how to get it back. So I set it at like a 75% after they scroll around that, then it pops up. And like Alyssa said, you can always do like the exit ones in like the product pages and things like that to allure them not to leave.
And there's also different reasons for pop-ups depending on your business. For example, when I do webinars, if they do free webinars or free to VIP webinars, I tend to put the pop-up as that point of entry or as their opt-in. And other funnels, if they do have especially a smaller budget, some people do just one page and then that pop-up again is their opt-in, or their order page can completely be inside of their pop-up. I've purchased from all of them, so I know they all work. It just depends on, again, you and your business and your planning. So did that help answer your question?
Yeah, it helps because I personally set it to be delayed because I too thought it was a little invasive, and I just didn't know if I was like, overthinking it. But thank you.
Hey, that's why we're here. I'm glad you had that question. Okay. Another thing is, once we have this order page, we are sending them emails once they order. Some people do add another page in here as like a upsell OTO. We'll cover that a little bit later with some of the other funnels, but just a basic sales funnel. Up next is a booking funnel, which is the same, but instead we're booking. So this could be a Calendly. A lot of softwares have a native booking system within there. I always do recommend you set up your email with whatever automations your calendar is connected to. For example, I'm a Google girl, so I connect my Google Calendar to my Go High Level so that every time somebody books with me, I know that it's going there. For some reason in Go High Level, there's some connectivity issue with the calendar. For example, somebody will book whatever time. On Go High Level, it'll say one time, but on my calendar, it'll say a different time. But what's on my calendar is correct, but what's on Go High Level isn't correct. So I don't know. Each calendar is a little bit different, so you'll have to bear with that part. But Calendly is Black owned. They did away with the DEI. So I'm going to, represent whenever that's necessary. But yeah, check out Calendly if you have not already. You didn't know that? Yeah, girl. If you want to know about the black tech, I know all the tea. Well, not all the tea, but my aunt actually is an engineer, and she is the CEO and founder of the Society of Black Engineers. So that's really cool. But so lead generation is our next type of funnel. Lead gen is very important because lead gen is how you build your email list, your text list, all of this good information. But what we do with this is sell. When you have a new book that you just invented, because now you're on the foodies, because everybody is a big back in this day. Yeah, you're going to make sure that we're collecting these people's information. And now that we got 1,000-person email list, we're just looking at the numbers. If we know that 10% of these people will open and a certain percent of those people will actually click, we can estimate how many sales we can get versus have a new product, we have to market again. Oh, let's make 50 different posts. Instead, it's let's make 50 posts going to our lead generation funnel where we're giving something away. And now that we have all these people's emails, let's email our email list. And that's kind of what we're doing instead of just buy. We're giving them a little some. Next up is the low ticket funnel. So the low ticket is how we capture the more hot flies with honey than vinegar or trash or whatever your grandma told you growing up. Okay. So first we need the sales page. The sales page is whatever we're selling. So if we had it for Vero, maybe she has an ebook where she's teaching exactly all of her favorite Shopify apps. Ooh, that would be a great book. Cough, cough. Go ahead and let me get the forward. I'll write that for you. No problem. But all of her favorite apps, which are now all hyperlinked because it's a digital book, and she has all of her, affiliate links connected to it. Cough, cough. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah, we can go ahead and have a sales page for that. We're telling them the information, telling them exactly why they need to buy, the pricing, and all of that. After that, we're doing the order form. And after that, you know what? We're going to have her course. Ha! They came to buy a $10 ebook, and now we're selling a $1,000 course. They got, what? A funnel. It was a beautiful funnel. And you know what? At the bottom, they said, I'm not ready for that. So instead, you know what we did? We offered a masterclass. That's right. Just one segment of the course so they could still get that tea. And after that, now they can leave. Now they can finally leave. But they did get offered. Okay? And instead of having that $10 average order cart value, now we're looking at a way higher order cart value. And we have the potential to spend rent. Okay? We're trying to make rent. We is not trying to make. Dave said that today. Okay, if you were trying to make $10,000 and you're selling something for $9, is that going to work for you? We have to have the funnel because in the customer journey, if we know, they want the book. Now they might want to build it themselves or understand at a deeper level. Now we need to offer something different. Oh, they weren't ready to take that offer. We need to offer something different. So that's the part of the customer journey that and how it plays in part into the funnel. And we're going to go over the rest of these fairly quickly. The tripwire funnel is kind of getting them to opt into something that's normally free. After that, we're selling to them. And then after that, we're selling to them again. So free, sell, sell. Don't open FaceTime. After that, we have VSLs. VSL is a video sales letter. So if you are Brit and you're like, hey guys, I know you want this lovely, lovely, lovely coloring book. It is wonderful. I drew it myself. It's handmade. It's therapeutic. As a matter of fact, here's Vero. She just finished coloring and she is a brand new woman. She's calm and her whole entire relationships are different. Here, tell them, Vero. And then Vero's like, yes, it's so amazing. It changed my life. Thank you so much. Yes. And then we have some credibility and then you're like, yes. And that's why you should buy right now. Boom. And then the next page is the order form or the application if you are a coach. Go ahead.
I just say that just made so much sense to me of how I was doing newsletters completely wrong. Like, that was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, yes, after they watch that video, you're also immediately sending them emails just in case they don't make it to that order form because you know your customer. You know, as soon as she saw Vero up there, she got really excited and then she went to go look up Vero on Instagram and she's gone. She's absolutely gone. She's not going to that order page, okay? So because we know her, we email her. We say, thank you for watching. And then after that, we say, go ahead and buy. And then if they didn't buy, telling them to buy again. And we can do all of these things in automations. If then is definitely a thing, and we'll go over all of that. But we're making sure we hit her because we know her. That's our goal. We know our audience, so we know we gotta, follow up with that girl. No, I don't know why I keep pressing the wrong way. Event funnels. So actually, I'm starting a cartoon and it's very fun. I might need all of y'all. But I'm starting a cartoon in my event funnel. I have event funnel twins because there's events in person and there's events online, and they are not the same, but they are twins. They rock online similarly, but as far as funnels, and I'll show you the next part, there's definitely a difference. So for any event, I definitely tell people, and this is some insider tea, having an event is very cute. You might want to teach people stuff. You might want to tell them all about you. But the goal is to sell, okay? Trust me. At the end of this, after everybody gets into their funnel vault, you get the funnel vault for a week for free. I don't give it the first day because I want information to be retained. But once we get into the building part, you'll have access to it. But after those 7 days run out, you have the decision to make, do you want to pay or not? And then you have the decision to make, do you want to work with me one-on-one or not? And then that's the main goal of you having an event. You can have the event to tell them all about your books. But after, do you want to buy the book or not? You can have the goal to teach them about Shopify, but after, do you want to work with me or not? That's the questions we need to be asking these people. So with the event, just like when you came to mine, there's a sales page. There's an order page where we're collecting the information. There's a VIP upsell page. Hey, do you want to pay for VIP? You get a whole extra day, 30 minutes before, access to the template vault, and you get to network, you get to talk to me. All of those things are amazing. And then we have the confirmation page. And then we have the emails. Thank you for ordering. If you have the VIP upsell, thank you for VIP. Did you not buy VIP? Okay, let's hit you again. Come on. Y'all know you want it. All of these things because we know our audience. But here's a full webinar funnel. And this is where people get sick because the price difference between these two is kind of different, okay? And then people are like, oh, it's only, I hate when, I know y'all as creatives hear that all the time. It's only a Shopify website. It's only a coloring book. It's only some marketing. Then only do it, ma'am. That's fine. It's only a funnel. You can do it, right? And then they have panic attacks. Then they come back to me. They're like, I don't know why I thought I could do this. And I was like, ma'am, I tried to save you the stress and the time. But now you stressed yourself out. Now you came back to me. And that is terrible. And I see a typo and that bothered me and threw me off. Anyway, let's move on. So we have the sales page, the order page, the VIP, the upsales confirmation. Now, after all that, we said the second part. Let's buy something. So during the webinar, during the event, somebody should be saying, here's the link to buy that thing, which tends to be that upsell. Again, a lot of people do applications. Most people I work with are coaches, so they have these high ticket programs. You need an application for a high ticket program because a lot of people do chargebacks. A lot of people do all of these things. And an application actually in Stripe World, because I have had chargebacks before, gives that proof. Hey, they said they were interested. I didn't charge this person randomly. They said they were interested. I have their application. They applied to give me their money. Okay? Now, don't give nobody their money back. I'm going to be honest with you. Due to the nature of this service, I cannot. But if it's really bad, yeah, go ahead and give that dough. It's better than stress. I have given somebody their money back before, but it was because she was stressing me out. Up next, we have the online course funnel. This is where Vero might play in a little bit to what you were needing. We've got the sales page or the home page, the order form. I do recommend the OTO for y'all. A one-on-one is the easy OTO from a online course. Most people end up doing a one-on-one consultation, some type of thing to help them. And it is a good offer. People are like, I'm too busy. I don't want to. How much is it? Okay. How much is an hour of your time? How much is 30 minutes of your time? Because if you do that one-on-one, it doesn't even have to be with you. Again, it does not have to be with you. If you really don't want it to be, you can hire somebody to do these things for you. But with this one-on-one, you should tell them the best way to utilize that course so that they could be a raving fan. That's a part of my customer journey. I don't know if y'all have ever heard my clients talk about me in Morning Meetup, but they be talking, okay? And they talk because I give them a reason to talk, okay? Because if they don't do that, then I can't really help them out with their discounts. Y'all don't know this, but each person my client gets, I give them a discount if that person actually joins. So if you know that you need continuous webinar services, you might as well just keep talking about it because you're going to get discounts. So things like that are very, very important to the funnel. We're almost done, y'all. I promise. Up next is the high ticket homepage funnel. So for those of us selling these $5,000-$10,000 things, our language is a little bit different. Our sense of urgency is a little bit different. Again, that application tends to be a little bit different. And with the application, a form is required. So for me, that's an extra $250 if you need a form, because now I have to go in and put in the inputs. You have to make sure certain things are working. For certain forms, there's drop downs. It's lots of different things, check boxes. So we have to make sure those things are completed. And you can also see here, there's no payment. A high ticket application page, we're not taking their payment. We want them to fill out the application. Most people, they end up doing a call afterwards. You can have a booking fun. A lot of people have a booking page after this. And some people actually have a booking page as a pop-up after the application page. But I don't do a lot of payments from here unless you know somebody that's just going to pay $10,000 off of coming to one page. Which if you got it like that, girl, your personal brand is, ooh, I'm scared of you. But me personally, no, it's not going to work for me. And SaaS demo is one of our last ones. For SaaS demo, if you're selling SaaS, which is software as a service, you will go ahead and give a demo. So for you, even if you have a product as a service, you can demo that. I would like to see you go ahead and color. You can time lapse that coloring page if you just want to get a little tripod and prop it up. Vero, you can also demo how you've done a previous client. I think I'm actually going to be Twitch streaming whenever I move. I'm looking at a place that has a specific den. I'm thinking about doing a streaming den, but I think I'll be streaming my process because I really don't care who steals from me, who learns from me, or anything like that, because y'all, I learned off of YouTube University until I decided to pay for these courses and stuff. And if I learned it all for free, why not give it all for free? And if you don't know Janae Aiko, Love in Full Effect, you should go look up that song, because at the end of that song, they say, if life gives it all for free, then why not give it all for free? So think about that. Why not you give it all for free? So I feel the same way about that. If I press back one more time, and we have the social media profile funnel. This is your social media profile. This also could be a good link in bio. It tells you about the person. We have an opt-in sales page. Some people do an application, order form, and then as far as their confirmation. So this is normally for, again, the coaches, because a lot of people want to learn about them, and then they're like, okay, let's work together, and then let's buy, whatever we're working together on. A lot of people, that's a consultation of some sort. Okay, we made it. Oof, Lord, hallelujah. All right, so that is that on the different types of funnels. I know that was a lot, but actually, that is our last slide in our magical slideshow. We go over like things like common mistakes. Some of the common mistakes that we talk about are bad target audiencing. We talked about that already. Poor messaging, lack of follow-up. We talked about all these things already. We have our closing and Q&A recap. If you have any questions that you need any answers on, you can let me know, just so I'm making sure that I wasn't just talking and it wasn't received well. I want to make sure that everybody understands what we just covered. Any questions? If not, I'm just going to assume that I did so well that you just comprehended everything. Great info. Okay, cool.
And you said you were sharing the slides with us?
Yes, it will be after this. I'll be putting it actually inside of on Google where your calendar is. It'll go in the notes there.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, if no questions, we'll go to our homework. Haha, you thought I'm a homework girl. I don't know what you thought. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. This is not a master class. You have homework. Can you believe it? So your homework is to identify what type of sales funnel we'll be working on during this challenge. So again, I'm going to be sending this slides to you. Slide 23 is where it had that breakdown, and you can just click on where it says funnels, and that'll take you to that page that we were just on. You'll figure out what one seems best for you, and then you can start to develop some ideas of an irresistible offer. All of us in this group pretty much already have what our main offer is. If you don't, you can DM me personally and we can talk about it a little bit more. But we'll be talking about our offer tomorrow in detail. But just start thinking about some ideas. I'm not saying you have to have your full irresistible offer, but that's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. So again, your homework, figure out what type of funnel you need and your ideas for irresistible offer. And that is it for day 1 of the Funnel Mastery Challenge. Y'all stayed with us. We only went 1 minute over time, and I blame it on the coughing, but you have to, again, charge it to the sickness out in the world, not to my heart, because I came on anyway. I thought about canceling, but I was like, they wouldn't cancel on me. So I did it. But I hope that everybody has a great and wonderful night. I have a game night to go to after this where I have the board game, so they're just waiting on me. So I'm going to run. Again, I will drop this presentation inside of the Google Calendar. So please be on tomorrow at 6 o'clock and we'll be ready for day 2.
Thank you so much.
No problem. I hope everyone has a great night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Later.